Get ready for an amazing story of courage and faith about Daniel in the lion's den. Join this adventure and subscribe to the channel to receive new videos every week. Many centuries ago, in ancient Babylon, there was a powerful kingdom ruled by King Darius. This story teaches us to be faithful to God and trust Him even in difficult situations. Let's learn about Daniel, a wise and righteous man who faced the lion's den with great courage. Daniel, a righteous and wise man, earned King Darius' trust because of his integrity and ability to solve problems with wisdom. His reputation was flawless, and his loyalty to God was evident in everything he did. While other governors sought only personal gain, Daniel stood out for his honesty and respect for others. His connection with the divine made him unique among all the leaders of the kingdom. And this sparked jealousy in those who could not reach his level of moral excellence. The story of Daniel in Babylon is a testimony of how faithfulness and righteousness can stir all kinds of emotions in the hearts of those around us. The governors of the kingdom did not like Daniel at all. They were filled with jealousy because the king trusted him so much. So they started looking for any mistake Daniel might have made to report it to the king. They searched, investigated, and examined everything. But you know what they found? Nothing. Daniel was an example of a righteous person. Since they couldn't find any flaw, they came up with a very wicked idea. They hurried to King Darius and said, "Your Majesty, we have an amazing idea for a new decree. For 30 days, no one can pray to any god or person, only to you. And whoever disobeys must be thrown into the lion's den." King Darius didn't notice the trap and ended up signing the decree. Now Daniel faced a difficult choice. To remain faithful to God, he would have to risk his own life. Even knowing about the new law, Daniel continued praying 3 times a day, just as he always had. He wasn't afraid, because he trusted God completely. When the governors discovered that Daniel was disobeying the decree, they reported him to King Darius. Even though he was distressed, the king had to uphold his own law and ordered Daniel to be thrown into the lion's den. The news spread quickly throughout the kingdom, causing concern among Daniel's friends and admirers. Meanwhile, Daniel remained firm in his convictions, calling on God for strength to face the challenge ahead. The king's guards led him to the dark and frightening den, where the fierce lions awaited his arrival. Even facing the threat of certain death, Daniel remained confident in God's protection and in the justice of his actions. His unshakable courage and faith inspired all who witnessed this crucial moment in his life. In the dark and silent den, Daniel could feel the warm breath of the lions as they approached, their eyes glowing with hunger. However, something extraordinary happened. An angel sent by God descended from heaven and shut the lions' mouths, preventing them from harming God's faithful servant. In the midst of the darkness, Daniel remained in peace, confident in divine protection. The wild beasts, which under normal circumstances would have torn apart any intruder in that deadly place, were now lying calmly at Daniel's feet like gentle lambs. At dawn, when the king's guards went to check on Daniel, they were astonished to find him unharmed, not a single scratch. The miracle of Daniel's preservation in the presence of hungry lions echoed throughout Babylon, proving once again the faithfulness and power of the living God in whom he trusted. After witnessing the miracle of Daniel's preservation, King Darius, astonished and amazed, recognized the supremacy of Daniel's God. In an act of reverence and gratitude, the king proclaimed a new decree throughout the kingdom, exalting the Lord as the living and eternal God who performs wonders in heaven and on earth. The story of Daniel in the lion's den became a powerful testimony of unshakable faith and divine protection. Upon seeing that no harm had come to Daniel during the night in the den of beasts, the king understood the magnitude of the supernatural event and chose to honor the one who had sent his angel to shut the lions' mouths. Daniel's example of faithfulness and courage inspired not only King Darius but all the people of Babylon to respect and fear Daniel's God, acknowledging his glory and sovereign power over all circumstances of life. This moving narrative reveals not only divine protection in the face of the harshest trials but also the importance of standing firm in our faith, trusting fully in God's care and intervention at every moment. Did you enjoy this adventure? Subscribe to the channel for more exciting stories like this one. I hope you were inspired by the story of Daniel in the lion's den. Always remember to trust God in the difficult moments of life. See you in the next adventure.